Righty. Stream health is excellent. I like you, likey. Rule number 14. Perthro. Device for casting lots. Pythra. Dice cup. Perda or chessman, I guess. Not in Norse row. Functions absorbed by instead not bear and what is that? That's year in the Armanen system. Fucking alternate forms, goddamn. Esoteric interpretation of name divination as an indicator of. Oh, how do you pronounce that? God damn it. Orlog, the primal laws. Ideographic interpretation, dice cup as a device used for casting lots. Well, okay. Well, as a specific thing used for casting lots, couldn't you also use a bag or some shit? Because cups are associated with water, obviously, but also feminine aspects of things. In the tarot, you have cups associated with water, but it also it kind of bugged me. It's like a cup is made of earth, you know. It just happens to be a concave structure. So this kind of answers that question. Yes, sir. We are live. Welcome to the stream. You can see your comments, so don't dox yourself or do anything silly. Perthro is a cultic symbol for the force of, God damn it, Thorlorge. I don't know how to pronounce that first thing. Willkommen, Simon. Functioning throughout the multiverse and the way in which men and gods may investigate its workings. Orlog is most often translated by the word fate, but this is much too simplistic and unfortunately loaded with connotations of predestination and predetermination of the type found in Christian dogma. This sense is totally lacking in the Norse term. Orlog literally means primal layers. That is, the layers, log, of past or former action indicated by the prefix or, which signifies the most primal or basic form of something in time or space. These self-determined layers of past action are the laws by which gods and men are governed. This makes me think about the three, what are they called in the Norse system? I'm forgetting now. Not the fates, right? The three bitches at the bottom of the world tree moving the roots around. It reminds me of them, like it's like they're 5-dimensional beings or something, or 6-dimensional beings. These are not the immutable laws of nature, but rather the immutable laws by which the laws of whites are formed by past action and by precedent. This cosmic principle is at the root of Germanic common law. Clearly, it is a concept much akin to that expressed by the Sanskrit karma, which means work, and is contrary to the Judeo-Christian predestination. The P rune contains the mystery of the Nordic laws. The Nornis, the Norns, that's not right. The Nornis are the mediums, come on, there's 3 of them, through which action is received and transmuted into a projectable but essentially unaltered form and returned to the sphere from which that action was received. Because it's a circuit, everything's electric. This is the rune of time. And this idea was also expressed by the Nornis. Their names are Öde, Verdhandi, and Skuld. Öde, that which has become, Verdhandi, that which is becoming, Skuld, that which should become, a non-past present concept. Runic force defines an aspect of the laws of cause and effect in the multiverse, and as such, an understanding of this force is indispensable in the working of runecraft. The mystery of divination and of synchronicity is central to the P rune. By the art of divination, the Vitki is able to investigate personal or transpersonal orlog and become aware of the Skald force, as well as the influences of Ilder and Verdhandi. Bertho is the great pattern of cosmic becoming, which should be understood according to the principles outlined above. It represents the paradigm along which resistance, that fucking shit, between forces is organically governed and balanced. The P rune is perceived as a constant change that always remains the same. So rather very explicitly not a Saturnian-like force. Hold up, I got me a cool book in the mail. What's Pertho? Yep, okay. Pertho is attributed to water, as well as Frigg, the color black, and is a female rune. It means chance. Interesting. Keywords: orlog, time. Skald, cause and effect, evolution, change. Apparently also chance, according to my Magus book. Now for the Stadha, sit on the ground with back straight, bring knees up with feet flat on the ground, rest elbows on knees and forearms slanted forward, face west. Magical workings: perception of orlog, divination, placing runic forces in the stream of Nornic law, to evolve ideas or events as a magical act. Rune 15, everyone's favorite. Elhaz, or algiz, elk, protection. Excuse me, this is also known as the man rune and also the life rune in other systems. Swan? Probably not swan. They're associated with Valkyries. Wait, hold up. Wait a minute. Oh my god. Elhaz is associated with Valkyries directly, so maybe it is swan. Fucking goths. Alternate forms. Okay, you see that joint? See that joint in the middle there? Hold up. Let me just let's get a pin going. You see that joint right in the middle there? That motherfucker. That is the bind rune of Man and Year. So that shit and that shit together, and it creates the bind rune for Midgard. So this is why I don't like alternate forms, man. They're fucking with my system. I'm trying to come up with a notation here. Phonetic value, a final grammatical Z, which eventually developed into the final R of Old Norse, which for whatever reason is pronounced like an S at the end of words. Esoteric interpretation of name, protective force, Valkyr. Yes, what does the book say about this joining? Yep, protection, okay. And it is associated with gold. It is both male and female, and is attributed with the element air. I should have gotten this book before I started this series. This is I like having the extra data. Common tree. This rune is historically perhaps the most complex of all from a symbological perspective. A unified ideological complex does rise to the surface once its secrets are penetrated. The Proto-Germanic form algiz means protection, and its stav form is perhaps derived from the basic sign of defense and protection, the splayed hand. The concept of the Valkyr also has been connected to this stav through the interpretation of the name as swan. The Valkyr are protective, life-giving beings who often fly by means of magical cloaks made of swan feathers. These beings are protectors, power-givers, and a mode by which Odin communicates with his chosen heroes. The sign Elhaz is often found carved into spears for protection and victory. Elhaz, meaning elk, refers to the four cosmic hearts that constantly bite at the needles of the world tree. The U again comes into the symbol complex of this rune with the Old Norse word Ivar, which occurs only in runic inscriptions. This term means either yew tree or yew bow, and is later rendered by the word year and the staff form year. This form is an alternate of the usual. I'm still thinking Arminin, man, and in fact they are probably derived from the primal form Midgarda. Come on. See, I don't like this. I gotta read about all of the Futharks and then put them in a single system because I don't like this alternate form stuff found in the Futhark and Charney. The oldest form displays the tree symbolism quite graphically. The Gothic word Alls, sanctuary, has been related to this rune as well. This is a protected grove or enclosure dedicated to the gods. The Z rune contains an aspect of the protective power of the divine twins, Alcis. The name of the twins reported by Tacitus in the Germania may indeed be related to the rune name. Ideographically, the divine twins were sometimes represented as being joined at the head, rather like the primal form of the rune, see Fig 2.3, in their aggressive warlike aspect. The twins are visualized as hearts, while the other aspect they are represented as horses, see the E rune. Elhaz is the power of human life and spirit striving towards the world of the Asa. The divine twins from the rock carving, Ryland Tynum. No, that's interesting. So I could probably use this as an analog for Gemini once I translate the tarot properly. I say properly. It is the rune of the connection between gods and humanity, the force that draws the consciousness of man towards the realm of the gods. And I could definitely use this for Gemini then. You have, what are those cunts' names? Fucking, I know the stars, I can't think right now, shit. Anyway, the twins in Gemini are basically attributed to eternal mind and mortal mind, or immortal mind and mortal mind. So things like 2 + 2 is always 4, balls always roll, and there's always an up to a down. These are immortal ideas. They're true to any people, anywhere, any planet, any species, whatever, it is the truth. However, weird things like the LED display of my clock over there happens to be blue. That's true, but eventually that clock's not going to be there. Things like my favorite color is green. It used to be blue. I changed my mind. These are mortal ideas, so bridging the gap between those two appears to be the theme of Gemini, and also this rune, as it seems. The Z rune is the 3-colored bridge of shimmering light, Bifrost, the rainbow bridge of Norse mythology. This bridge connects Asgard to Midgard and Hel. It is another mode for the consciousness to traverse the worlds. It is the curved path of the branches and roots rather than the straight path of the trunk. A symbol of the magical power of the Hamingia, the Z rune is the force used by Heimdall in his aspect as guardian of Asgard. Elhaz is a rune of consciousness and awareness, how do I pronounce that properly? Hugrin. A Hugrin. It is over Bifrost that the Rime and fire giants destroy the worlds of men and gods. All this is best understood through a synthesis of the diverse mysteries presented above. Diverse. The Stodhe of the Z rune are the traditional postures in which the Germanic peoples communicate with the gods. See the section of Stadhalder. Stadhagalder. Also, this shape was later employed as the M rune in the younger Futhark. So, protection, enclosure, life, the Bifrost, path of the branches and roots, connection between gods and men. I've also heard that dimethyltryptamine is the ancient technology that is the Bifrost. If you've ever done it, you'll notice that you see like every color physically imaginable, and then you can go talk to Odin. Which is fucking insane, shamanically speaking. Stood here. Appears to be fun. Stand upright with the arm stretched out upwards and to the sides. Yes, yes. Keep arm position the same as above, but kneel, sitting on the heels. What? How do you kneel and sit on your heels? Keep torso vertically with the head slightly tilted back. I don't like the English of this sentence. Keep torso... Oh, I misread it. Keep torso vertical with the head slightly tilted back. Oh. Arm position with the right low to the ground. I do protection and human sentient beings. I told you. Communication with other worlds, especially as Mimir and I like this language. I gotta get this right. Heather Gemir. Video output low. Come on now. Oh, come on. Fix yourself. Alright, well, let's cut it short if the output's low. If anyone can hear me, I've Zane 1488. Hail our people.